We are on Chapter 7, Lesson 2, page 184, Social Studies, Week 33, Day 1, page 184. So please open up to page 184, have a paper out for notes, and we're talking about the new Constitution. Remember, the United States is broke because they are a new country and the states aren't helping pay for stuff. Even though they have all these resources, they're not working together to create a rich country because they want to be independent and they don't want to depend on each other and help each other out, but they're going to have to. Okay, so on page 184 of Social Studies. A growing number of Americans became convinced that the government under the Articles of Confederation was too weak to deal with the country's problems. Among these problems was serious economic difficulties. After the Revolutionary War, the United States went through a depression. So we have our first vocab word right away. Depression. And they're not talking about that woe is me, I'm sad depression. They're talking about a period of no money. So slow economic. So a period of economic activity. So slow economic activity where unemployment goes up. If this doesn't stop real quick, this coronavirus, then we're going to have a depression here pretty quick because our unemployment rates are unemployment goes up. Okay, a period of when the economic activity slows and unemployment increases. Wartime damaged to the South and and plantations led to a sharp drop in rice exports. Trade also fell off when the British closed off the West Indies market to the American merchants. The little money that the government did have went to pay debts to foreign countries. This resulted in a serious shortage of money in the United States. Shays' Rebellion. Economic troubles hit farmers hard. Unable to sell their goods, they could not pay their taxes and debts. This led to the officials seizing farms and lands and throw them into jail. This treatment angered many farmers. Some began to view new governments just what?
I gotta go poop.
Seely, I'm recording. Go then. Well, that's fun. Okay. Some began to view new governments just as another form of tyranny. They wanted the governments to issue paper money to make new policies to help those in debt. A group of farmers in Massachusetts made this plea. Surely our honors are not stranger to the distress of problems of the people. Known that many of our good inhabitants are now confined in jail for debts and taxes. So basically, the farmers are mad because they're getting arrested because they can't pay their taxes and debts because nobody will buy their goods. And they're getting arrested for it. And not for being bad, but for not paying taxes. That's what they're getting arrested for. So, resentment boiled in Massachusetts. In 1786, angry farmers led by former Continental Captain Daniel Shay forced the courts in western part of the state to close. The goal was to stop judges from legally taking away farmers' land. The farmers' revolt grew. In January 1787, Shay led forces, about 1,200 or weapon supporters, toward a federal arsenal or weapon storehouse in Springfield, Massachusetts. The farmers wanted to seize guns and ammunition. The state militia ordered the advancing farmers to halt and then fired over their heads. The farmers did not stop. The militia fired again, killing 4 farmers. Shay and his followers fled and the uprising was over. Still, Shays' rebellion frightened Americans. Concern and unrest and concerns grew about the government could not handle unrest and prevent violence. On hearing of the rebellion, George Washington wondered whether mankind, when left to themselves, are unfit for their own government. So basically, we talked about Shays' rebellion. So Shays' rebellion was farmers getting mad and trying to close courts. Okay, because the farmers were being arrested for not paying taxes, which they couldn't afford. So anyways, okay, so that's where we're gonna stop today. Tomorrow we'll start on the slavery of the New Republic on page 185. Okay, see you tomorrow.